Hey guys, Anders here. Welcome back to another video. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, today is Thanksgiving. Hope each and every single one of you are having a fantastic time. I hope you all are having a great turkey-induced tryptophan coma after dinner. That's always the best feeling. And today's video is going to be sort of a early Season 3 review, my initial thoughts, my impressions about Season 3, the content, the additions to the game, all that stuff. Obviously, Season 3 is just starting, but I just want to give my initial impressions on what we have so far. I will also go over whether I think the game is worth trying, so if you're interested in that, I will definitely answer that question a bit later in the video. So if you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I also stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders. If you want to drop by, drop the channel a follow, first link in the description. And if you want to cause chaos on my Discord, link is also in the description for that. So first and foremost, let's talk about the new map in Season 3. The new map is called Spearhead, and it's located in the Swedish Lapland, and in my opinion, it's the best map they've added to Battlefield 2042 so far. It is very interesting to see the evolution of competency from DICE, from the base game maps all the way through Season 1, which is a little better than Season 2, which I would consider to be a little better than Season 1, and then Season 3, which I would consider to be a little better than Season 2. It's just very strange seeing this gradual increase in DICE actually potentially listening to what we want. But I digress. In my opinion, like I said, this is the best map they've added to the game so far. The reason I think it's the best map they've added to the game so far is it resembles previous Battlefield maps a little more. There are more undulations. There are well thought out areas. There are close quarter areas. There are areas with long sight lines. Vehicles are more balanced on this map. It doesn't feel like there's 5 million vehicles everywhere for no reason. And last but certainly not least, the size is a lot more tolerable. This map is just properly sized for Battlefield 2042. I don't feel like it's a chore to go to another flag. Believe it or not, and some people might scoff at me in the comments for this, I straight up leave games sometimes because I don't feel like running to the next flag. So that hasn't happened yet with this new map, and it's because the sizing is better. With all that being said, don't get me wrong here, this isn't the greatest map I've ever played in my entire life. It's just a decent map that doesn't really have many downsides. Moving on from the map onto other things about Season 3, many people are claiming that Season 3 has actually increased their PC's performance, and that is great. But they had to get the performance from somewhere, and it makes you think, because recently, I've been thinking this game has been looking blurrier. Ever since they updated to Season 3, to me, the game seems a little blurrier. Comment down below, are you guys experiencing the same phenomena where you feel like the game is slightly blurrier than it was before? Or am I just going totally insane and maybe it's just the foliage of the new map that maybe just messes with my graphic settings that makes me think the game is blurrier? Now, content-wise, it's roughly the same amount of content we got with the previous seasons, which is, of course, disappointing when you compare it to the amount of content that we received in previous Battlefield games, especially Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 4. So the amount of content is never going to be satisfactory, unfortunately. With that being said, the content that they added, the new weapons, I mean, the railgun's absolutely hilarious to use against infantry, and vehicles, the velocity is totally and completely overpowered. Zero drop, insta-kill sniper in the head from across the entire map. So that weapon is hilarious to use. The AN91 and the XM8 LMG are also quite good. I was using both of them earlier today. The AC-42 is actually, in my opinion, overpowered now. That buff was completely unneeded because the AC-42 was already completely nuts just in the way it was. So the burst per minute upgrade, you get insta-killed by the AC-42 now, even faster than you did before. As for the sidearm and the shotgun, I've died to the shotgun I think a couple times in game. It's just a shotgun, there's not much to report there, and the sidearm seems mediocre at best. The throwing knife gadget is actually funny. Like, I was using it earlier today, I think it's pretty good. The throwing knives insta-kill people that don't have armor, I think, across the map. So there are going to be some ridiculous across-the-map throwing knife deaths that I'm sure will all happen to me. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel to see those in the next Battlefield 2042 experience installation. But to answer the question, is Battlefield 2042 worth picking up now? And we're in season 3. The next season is technically the last advertised season, season 4 from the beginning of the game. So I would say the game for the price is probably worth picking up right now. Don't ever pay full price. You'd be out of your mind. You can find this game for cheap. You can find it, I'm sure, online for $10 or $15, potentially less. I would say it's worth it for that price because at this point, the amount of content is obviously lacking, but for someone that's never played the game, there's probably a lot of stuff to do, and it's something to blow time off. There's a lot of bad games right now. I'm not saying this game is good. There's still a ton of insanely terrible fundamental problems that will never get fixed, but for $10 or $15, it's worth it just to mess around with your buddies in, I think. And who knows, maybe down the line they'll confirm more seasons because, as we know, they are not canceling Battlefield 2042's content, but they didn't specify whether or not they're going to continue with the season system. So we'll have to wait for further information to see what they're actually going to do after the end of Season 4. But Battlefield 2042 is in a very strange place right now because I think in the eyes of a lot of people, public opinion is sort of shifting on Battlefield 2042. In my comment section, in Twitch chat, on Twitter, there's a lot of people that are kind of taking notice to the things DICE have been doing over the past, I'd say, 9 months. And for some crazy reason, people are forgetting how bad this game really is and are being convinced that it's totally fine now. I'm of the opinion that the game is getting better, but the main issues have yet to be addressed. I mean, the mouse input is still broken, the movement delay is still terrible, the base game maps are never going to be saved no matter how many reworks you do to them. There is no coincidence that the best maps in the game are also the newest maps in the game, okay? That is not a coincidence at all. So, all in all, Battlefield 2042 Season 3, I'd say, is probably the best season so far. I'm having a decent time with it. I just wish they would get their heads out of their collective asses and fix the major fundamental problems with how the game feels. That is killing gameplay for so many people, and I would just really like it if they finally did something about it. So, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrate that at all. And, hey, I'll see you guys later, I'm going to go eat turkey and pass out.